Good morning, Red Hawks. Good morning and happy Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, May 21st, 2021. And we do have some birthdays right this minute today at Rennell. I am missing one piece of paper though, so I have to grab it. There it is. It's my special guide that I use to help me make sure I say the right name on the right row. So today, happy birthday on May 21st to Sawyer Mason in Miss Dusablan's class, Timothy Ing in Miss Blackman's class, and Miss, my mouth didn't want to speak, Morrison, Miss Blackman and Miss Morrison's class, and Liam Wynn in Miss Rutledge's class. Let's wish those Red Hawks a happy birthday on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday. Continuing our celebration of summer birthdays. Let's see where I've left off. Yesterday, I began our August birthdays. And so, no, I think I finished July yesterday. So today we're starting our August birthdays. Happy birthday today. Not today. Let me try again. Apparently my brain thinks it's a Saturday and it's turned off. Let me try again. It's a Wednesday, brain. All right. On August 1st, happy birthday to Kenzie Barber, Kyson Barber, Leilani Paul. On August 2nd, happy birthday to Bennett Tanton and Grayson Yonker. On August 3rd, happy birthday to Ryan McIntyre and Chloe Wynn. On August 4th, happy birthday to Emmerich Bourne, Scarlett Lampy, and Scarlett Nutt. Let's wish those summer birthdays a happy birthday on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday. The lunch menu today is easy because it's a Wednesday, and at Rennell, Wednesday is, that's right, if you said pizza day. Today, I don't even have to look. Today, you have a choice of cheese or pepperoni pizza. I do have to look for tomorrow. Tomorrow, your choice is pot stickers or an all-beef hot dog. But again, today, it's Wednesday. So that means it's a pizza day at Rennell Elementary, which is a good day. All right, I'm just getting ready for tomorrow so I don't have the same brain fog that I did today in saying our birthdays for summer. Other announcements, you guys have been doing awesome, coming down so quickly and quietly for the raffle. So thank you for being awesome. Thank you, teachers, for just sending 3 at a time. We finally got a rhythm there. At first, we were having just huge crowds at once, but now it's a nice trickle. So thank you. We will try to do it a little longer today because I did hear some feedback that just because most of the trickle had finished, that's when we announced it, but you still had some more students that needed to come down. So we'll try to keep it open a little longer before we close that up today. But students, continue your good work of coming down really quietly, quickly. Remember, even though you're out of class, the rest of the school is learning. So we got to be quiet in the hallway, but you're doing great with that. I'm not scolding you. You're doing great. Keep up the great work. All right. So that was our student raffle reminder. That is all of our announcements. So it is time to stand, tuck your chair in, and place your right hand over your heart for our pledges. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now our pledge to the Texas flag. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible. And now for our SOAR chant, we are Rennell Red Hawks. Safe, on task, accountable, respectful. We are Rennell Red Hawks. SOAR at Rennell, the Red Hawks soar. Great job, boys and girls and teachers. You may now be seated so that we can have our moment of silence. This week, I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been having you focus on one way that you can really live out our SOAR matrix each day this week. We've talked about being accountable. We've talked about being respectful, which is kindness. Today, on Wednesday, I feel like Wednesday, hump day, is the hardest day to stay on task. Maybe Friday's the hardest, but Wednesday can be hard because it's right in the middle of the week. So I want to challenge everyone today to be on task. And at Rennell Elementary, we define that as following all directions the first time, not the 5th time the teacher says it, not the 6th time the teacher says it, not even the 2nd time, the first time. So if your teacher says, I know sometimes you guys like to lean back or lean forward in your chairs and then all 4 legs aren't on the floor. If your teacher says, make sure all 4 of your chair legs are on the floor, and you keep doing it, and she has to say it a 2nd time, then you didn't follow all directions the first time. Because being on task, yes, it is about, if you have some paper to do and you're supposed to be writing something, this is on task. You're doing what she said the first time. You're staying focused and on task. But it's also any direction that your teacher or a paraprofessional or your principal gives you, any adult in our building, if they give you instructions, that you do it right away. So in PE, if Coach Dobbs says it's time to get really quiet so you can hear instructions, right that second, you zip it and get quiet. That's following all directions the first time. That is being on task in PE. You're being on task in the hallway if you're following all directions the first time. If your teacher says, oh, remember everybody, catch a bubble, because some classes do that. Or remember everybody, we're silently walking. You stop the conversation immediately and you're silently walking. But in your classroom, it does mean if your teacher gives you an assignment online, you're not going to a different tab or playing a different game. You're getting right to Amira or you're getting right to Schoology and you're getting started on your assignment right away. So today, during our moment of silence, I would like you to think about how you can help yourself stay focused and on task. And remember, it's just following the directions the first time. So right when the teacher says it, you're doing it. Let's think about, I'm going to think about how I can stay on task today too. I don't have someone at this school telling me this is what you need to do next, but I know what I'm supposed to do next. And sometimes I get off task. So I'm going to be thinking about that during my moment of silence. Let's take our moment of silence. You can pray, reflect, or even sit quietly and think about how you're going to make today a great day. But be sure you think about being on task today. Let's take our moment of silence right now. Thank you so much, boys and girls and staff. We do not have any watchdogs in the building today. And as a reminder, this is our last week for lunch visitors. So if mom or dad says to you, I'm coming next week for lunch, or grandma's coming on the last day for lunch, we don't have any lunch visitors next week. I'm telling your parents, but I just want you to know too, so you can say, no, we don't have any. If your parents forget, we're about to ask you to very quietly send down a few students at a time for our raffle. But before we do, I have to challenge you to make it a great day. And I think you can do that if you choose to be positive. Give your very best effort on everything you do today, stay on task, and share kindness with others. That's how we make Grinnell the amazing, great place it is. Let's keep it up, Red Hawks. Have a great, wonderful Wednesday. Love you, Red Hawks.